Hello everybody, welcome back. So we're going to do bar plots. Bar plots are exciting, and before we do bar plots, we're going to do a little bit more of data wrangling because I'm taking the opportunity to go over various visualization strategies, bar plots, scatter plots, box plots, and histograms, and so forth. This time, when we go over bar plots, first we are going to do another type of group by, another type of grouping our data in a way that it creates some summaries. So we want to create some type of reporting on the data. And Python provides some methods that we can use to do that. The first method we are going to use, let me get a pencil here and I want to highlight that. The first method is group by. So group by, and you've probably seen it because I did use it a little bit. It says group by, and then inside there is a list, and you're going to group by those elements, those items within that list. So in this case, we're going to group by origin and carrier. Origin maybe means the airport. And remember, we did a filter, so the New York City airports we're talking about are the three big ones: LaGuardia, JFK, and Newark, New Jersey. And the carriers are the three carriers, which are American Airlines, United, and Delta. All right, and then we're going to do an aggregation, AGG, and that will allow us to do some summary calculations on the data. And that summary that we are going to be getting is right here. The first one, so again, we're going to do a dot method with some type of calculations inside. And those calculations will start with average time, the mean of air time. So the mean of air time, we will call it AVJ air time. The standard deviation of the airtime, the average distance, so the mean of the distance, and we call it AVJ distance. We will also get the standard deviation of such. We're going to count how many flights there are on a per origin basis. Origin means the airport of origin, in this case, again, JFK, LaGuardia, or Newark. Newark. I say Newark like in Delaware, but it's Newark, New Jersey. And in Delaware, they say Newark. They make a separation. In New Jersey, it's Newark, like one word. I used to live in Delaware. So anyway, so the last one is total distance, which means we're going to create the sum of the distance. And that is pretty cool because we will be able to do bar plots on those results. So the bar plots on you'll see when we do it. So we'll be doing bar plots on the results for average air time, total distance. It's exciting. And then we're going to sort the values by average air time and ascending. So that's almost like optional, but it's okay. We will do a carrier order. We've been doing this just to stay consistent. American Airlines, United, and then Delta. And then we're going to create the resume, and we're going to print the resume right here. We're just going to print it so you can display it, you can see it. So let's run this. Let me get rid of my pencil. And there you go. So the first thing I did is print the info, meaning information about my new grouped by data frame. And I just created a new data frame. I should have mentioned that. I should have said that. I just created a new data frame by doing this group by. That's what it returns. It returns a data frame when you do the group by. So the data frame has only a certain number of values. These are 9 values, and it has to do with the summaries that I did above. And all of them are numeric. 2 of them are integer. So the number of flights and the total distance. I don't know why the total distance. Oh yeah, the total distance. Well, it made it into an integer. And that's it. That's what I want to say. So I ran it, And if you look at it, again, one more time, it created a data frame, a pandas data frame. So now I printed all of the group by origin, and it's sorted. Remember I said I want to do it in the carrier order, AFK, and sorted by average airtime. So that is important when you look at it right here. So you have the carriers. It came a little mixed, but it's okay. Let's go on. Let's read what the data is telling us. Let's read what the data is telling us. The average time for JFK for United Airlines is 323 minutes, right? The average time for, let's go to another one, LGA, LaGuardia, for, say, American Airlines is 142 minutes, and so forth. You can go on and read each of those. The standard deviation for distance for United Airlines in Newark is there. That's the standard deviation. It's how much difference is from the mean, and so more, and so a few more interesting ones. I like this one. The total distance, say for, let's say, for Newark and for United Airlines, the total distance is in the month of July, because we had already sorted for the month of July, is 6,314,679 miles, right? That's a big one. I picked that one because that was the biggest one of the bunch. The flights in terms of distance from Newark, New Jersey by United exceed everybody else in terms of distance by this measure, by this type of group by. JFK has a lot of delta, as you can see, 3,181,771, and the number of flights is over 1,000 flights. But notice United also has so many flights, and that's why the distance is so much, because you multiply the distance per flight that times the number of flights, so you're going to get this big number. So it's interesting, right? So it will be more interesting when we plot it in our bar plot. So I'm going to come back in the next video, since this one focused more on the group by functions and how we just grouped our functions so we can see the totals, the averages, and now we're going to plot them. So I'll be right back.